Hey, good morning. Welcome to Angry Bird. This is Tyler, your host. I'm going to talk about a couple different polls and my thoughts on them. And the first one is the one that nobody talks about anymore. And it's probably, I feel like, the most important one that people need to see or remember at least. Just remember it. And that's the January Sixers being released and how unpopular that was. So, if you don't know, that poll polled at about 14%. When he released the hostages, as he calls them, it's hard to fathom that, right? It's hard to fathom that word. You see the fucking video footage of them beating cops, the video footage of them with shit all over our walls and going through our fucking Congress building and everything and doing all that crap after they beat up a bunch of officers and they got released. So 14 fucking percent, and that's all gone, man. Nobody ever hears about that shit no more. Nobody's fucking talking about that. It came and gone. All right. And then there was a poll Monday. I'm sorry, not Monday. After the vote, after Schumer, my opinion, tossed us maybe I don't know. I don't know what he did. I can't tell yet. But after the vote, the polls were coming out showing, oh, the Democrats hate the people they voted. Oh, look at this, and they're all over the fucking news. Democrats are in trouble. Democrats are in trouble. Democrats are in trouble. Can I ask you guys all something? Like a serious question. Like a news source, the news sources out there spreading all that shit, right? We're not even in charge. The Democrats aren't even in charge. We can't pass shit if we tried. We can't impeach him if we tried. We can't get a law. We can't do shit if we tried. And so it's like, of course we fucking are angry. But this is why I want to bring that poll home. Because in that same very fucking poll, the people in charge are underwater. Yeah. The ones that actually can get shit done without need of help of anybody else is fucking underwater. And they're underwater. They're not as underwater, but that's because their base is so disinformed, right? You see, like, when you see a fucking poll and they're dissing and dissing and dissing and dissing and dissing the Democrats, and in the same fucking very poll, they have all the power, they pull all the levers, they're doing all the fucking work, all the shitty work, and they're fucking underwater? Why isn't the focus on them? Why aren't they above water with all their popular policies, with their mandated policies? Let me give you another poll. The poll that trashed the Democrats said the Democrats are in trouble. The Democrats this, the Democrats that, man. I'm just going to tell you something. In that same poll, there was a number. 77% of us. That's right. That's like 8 and 10. 77's almost 8 and 10. We want to see fighting. We see the rules don't apply. We see they make them up as they go. We see that you're fighting the same fight you always tried to fight, and they're not doing that fight no more. 77% of us say we want to see you fight harder for us. We want to see you getting in good trouble. That pulls off the charts. The poll about the January Sixers pulls off the charts the wrong way. So even in MAGA and independents, and among all Dems, the January 6th release was a shit show. And nobody talks about it. The media let that go. They let that go. Now that the MAGA controls all the fucking strings of government, they got all the levers, and they're disobeying laws outright. Disobeying court orders outright. The media focuses on the Democrats' poll after that vote. If you're going to fucking follow polling, follow the right ones. What'd that 77% poll say? What'd that 14% poll say? There are polls so fucking off the charts, landslided, that it just makes sense to do those things. Do you think the people we elected do them? You know, there's a reason why that poll polled low. But that ain't the story today. The media is saying, that's the story. That's the story. Look over here. Hey, everybody, over here. The story is, this guy's so fucking unpopular. One of the first things he did was only 14% popularity. And there's 77% of us saying, we're going to fight this shit. Those are the fucking stories. The 14% tells you even his own don't like the shit. And I've seen it. Some eye-opening shit out here in Ohio. Eye-opening, man. I'm seeing MAGA turn on Elon and turn on Tesla and turn on Trump before my own eyes. And that poll is bullshit. And the media is bullshit. Because that ain't the fucking story. That's a story to clap cymbals, to showcase something you don't need to be looking at. The 77%, man. That should have been the headline all night. The 14% poll should have been the headline. It still should be a headline. Why they ain't back in jail. That disgusted Americans overall. How many of them been returned to jail? How many of them are dead already? How many of them committed crimes that were not covered by the fucking pardon? Point is those are bad people, man. You know, my personal thought on that is that he, I think I said that before. He is not that popular. He knows it. He knows he lied to so many people, man. He's probably got the numbers, man. He probably's got the numbers. Which one side it was this, which one side it was that, which one side it was this, which one voted for him for that, which ones he got for $1 million a day lottery. He's probably got these numbers, man, somewhere. He knows what to say to get votes. Now he's got them. He knows he can't get voted again. He knows that this is all coming to roost now, you know. This is the show that he wanted. They want it. This is it. Heritage Foundation wants it. This is their power grab. And he got voted in, and he knows he ain't popular. He released those people because he's going to need them. He's going to need the Americans that are crazy enough to believe whatever the fuck they're told and go to war for him. He loves the poorly educated. You know what he loves more than that? The radicalized. The poorly educated could get him voted. But boy, the people willing to die for him, oh, he can't get enough of them, man. He can't get enough. There ain't no world where one of them's behind bars if he's in charge. Tate, come on home, Tate. Come on home. Oh, I don't know nothing about it. Sure you don't, bro. All that, sure you don't. You could have just kicked him back. Why didn't you? Because you like rapists, man. You like women abusers. You like misogynists. You like people that spread your hate. As long as he ponies up to you, dude, he don't have to go to jail. What about Bannon? He stole from your own base. Oh, you guys love the poorly educated because they still love him. He stole from them. And you got him out of jail for it. He pleaded guilty. They still love him. You see, the 14% is the story. The 77% is the story. If you're going to tell the story about being underwater, the party pulling all the levers, in charge of everything, is underwater. You're focused on the party out of power the voters saying, oh man, you guys aren't doing enough. Your own voters think you suck. What about that? Your own voters think you fucking suck. And you just got in office and you're throwing mandates around and they think you fucking suck. That's the story, man. If you're the media out there, that's the story. You see, when Biden was in charge, how often was he underwater with Democrats? Just Democrats. Trump's underwater with his own voters. Let it register. GOP has like what, a 44% approval of what he's fucking doing? Or that's his approval overall? People don't like his shit. And only 14% of us said, hey, yeah, release those violent, crazy motherfuckers. So, here we are. Reading polls, getting gaslit by the media. And I'm just trying to give you a couple of them so you understand what the fuck you're seeing. If you don't like, if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. I'm just trying to give you guys the worker guy who's been his whole life in the trenches viewpoint. But I do spend my time reading, and I do spend my time looking up things, and I have been educated on economics. I spent my life in the field doing it. So when I see things, I try to see them from my foothold. I know everybody out there ain't seen the world through my eyes. And I haven't seen it through their eyes. If you're not empathetic, you'll never know how they lived. You'll never know how their struggles were. You'll never know their successes and how they got them. That's how I see the difference, man. I can see somebody struggling, and I can see why they're struggling, and I can see somebody with a ton of wealth bragging about how they work so hard, and I can look at it and go, you didn't do shit. All you did was have money, enough of it to live off the backs of others. And once you cross a certain threshold, it grows exponentially. To get to that threshold is damn near impossible, if not. And everybody can't do it, otherwise there wouldn't be one. You have to have it impoverished to have a wealth class like that. But, people don't, I know they don't fucking see it the way I do it. The way I do anyway. But I love y'all, man. I hope you have a great day. It's Monday. I'm going to have a real busy week. I'm going to try to keep up. I'm going to try to put some content out there. Blue Sky is kind of my home base. If you're not on Blue Sky, you need to get on Blue Sky, because you're not going to miss nothing if you're there. You can get lied to there too. You can get misled there too, just like anywhere else. But you don't miss anything. As long as you're trying to stay caught up, you won't miss nothing happening. There's people out there that really fucking care. They care about the measles outbreak. You're going to learn about the measles there. You're going to see what's going on. You're going to get all the stories. They care about the fucking immigrant crisis in ICE. You're going to hear all the arrest stories, all the illegal things they're doing, where they're taking people, where they're attacking. You're going to hear about the churches and the schools and the different stories out there that you fucking need to hear. You're going to hear about all the Trump supporters getting betrayed and their stories. You're not going to hear that in Fox. You're not going to hear that in fucking X, True Social. You're going to hear it where they promote the story. You see how that works? If you're on X, they're promoting that wasn't a Nazi salute. Hitler, Mao, and Stalin were decent folks. They weren't that bad. It's all exaggerated. That's what they do on X. On Blue Sky, you get stories, individuals, guys like me, guys like you, other people, their farms, their businesses, their families. You get their fucking stories. And the more you hear those stories, the more fucking pissed you're going to get. Because you start realizing how burned we all got. The more you realize how burned y'all got, the more you can fucking read these polls for what they fucking are. Sorry for that last rant. I can't help it, man. I'm so mad. Isn't everybody fucking pissed by now? I'm wondering, like I see flags, and you driving around, you see flags. You're wondering, right? You're wondering, like, what are you waving it still for, right? Like, why Didn't he just betray? Hasn't he betrayed somebody you know yet? You know, you're thinking. All right. Love y'all. You guys have a great day. Bye.